In the last video using CloudFormation, we launched the Laravel application in the AWS EC2 instance. Now in this video, we will be using the same formation, the CloudFormation template. We will update it and we will be setting up load balancer, auto scaling group, and deploy the Laravel application again. So let's get started. This video, I suggest you go there and check this video. It's very important to have the understanding how things are working. Now, so far we are here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to clear the screen, ls, and you can see that we have Laravel zip and Laravel folder. Then we have a .pem file, which is a key pair that I'm using, and then the YAML file. Now, what we need to do, we need to use, I'm going to create, basically I'm going to up to backup. All right, now this file becomes backup one, and I create a new file this time, and I will call it Laravel simple.yaml. Okay, so we'll use the similar stuff here. Now this file requires configuration. It's a CloudFront file, so I'm gonna copy and paste the content that I prepared for this. All right, I pasted it, and what exactly we need to do, let's go through this file. That's the main important thing. So we have a Laravel app with auto scaling group and load balancer setup, and in default VPC. So VPC wise, we are not setting anything up right now. We will be using default VPC. Here we have parameters. So we say the key name, and this is the name of the parameter. I now will be passing a parameter of type key pair, and you can see that it's a key pair, which will be enabled the SSH access and further whatever you want to do. Then we need to pass VPC ID. We need to pass subnet ID, and you can see that we are defining the type here, EC2 VPC ID and subnet ID. So we will be passing it when we are going to deploy it. So if nothing is making sense for you, check the previous video, because there we deployed the first using CloudFormation templates. So the similar way we'll be doing here. These are the parameters. Okay, now let's scroll down and let's see what we have. First, we are creating a security group, and here we are first time defining the reference of VPC ID, and then we are saying we will be getting the access to port 22 and port 80 from anywhere. So from 000 is from anywhere. Then we go down here, we have Laravel EC2 role, and then basically EC2 instance assumes the role and get the access to S3, because we have Laravel application stored at S3 bucket. Here is the resource S3 bucket name where it is stored, and EC2 instance required an instance profile to use the role to get this S3 bucket. So that's the reason it is, we have the Laravel instance profile defined here. Again, the reference is the Laravel EC2 role. So we are telling instance profile, this is the role, use it and get the access to S3 bucket. All right, now we scroll down. The launch template we are using. Now here we are saying the type is launch template. Properties, we are saying we want to use T3 micro. Reference to key name, which is the key pair that we are using. And we have defined it is on the top here. So this is the key name we are using there. Nothing more than that. Then we have the image name. Image name is given here. It's Ubuntu 22.04 in US EC2. So for example, if you want to use some other image ID, what you can do, basically go into the EC2 here dashboard, and then we need to launch an instance. Click there, you can see that then we get the option of images. So what we want to do here is basically, let me show you. I click on Ubuntu here. Now we have the free tier eligible options here, and if you notice here it says Ubuntu 24.04, and there is the ID given. So if we click here, you have ID attached to each of these. Whichever you prefer, you can get ID from here. That's all there is to it. So if I go back here, that's how we are getting the AMI ID, which is basically Ubuntu 22.04. Then we are referring to the instance profile, security group. These are If it is a ref in front, it is the reference, and it is referring to inside. So instance profile is defined here, and we are referring it here. User data. So when the EC2 instance will launch, it is going to run this script. So basically we are updating the system, the Ubuntu, and after that we are installing the PHP 8.2 and extensions required. Then we are creating a Laravel folder here, and after that we are copying from the S3 bucket to the temp folder, the Laravel zip, and then we are unzipping it and putting it into var www Laravel folder. Now once that is done, we are installing Composer. There you can see that. And after that we are going inside this folder, Composer install. Then we are changing the .env, .example to .env, running the key generate. These are the Laravel commands required to run Laravel application. Then we are correcting some permissions here because these folders require some permissions to be corrected. We have Apache setting here. We are setting the root, document root, because Laravel uses public folder. There is the index.php file that it loads. So we are setting it up here. And at last we are running the migrations. Nothing much here. Then after that we have target group. Now this is the portion related to the load balancing. So you can see that the type is elastic load balancing target group. So we are saying here port 80, and we are saying VPC ID is given here, and target type is instances. So use these instances, these are the targets, and then we are defining the properties. Now ALB is application load balancer. In elastic load balancing here, we are giving the name Laravel ALB. We are defining the reference to the subnets. So we will be passing these as a parameter, subnets and VPC. So the same one is being used here. And then we are passing the Laravel security group so that in our load balancer, all the instances, the security group will be used. Type is application. All right, that the application load balancer listener is defined here. We are saying port 80, referencing to ALB, and here HTTP. All right, then we have the Laravel ASG. ASG is auto scaling group. How many instances you want, how many desired instances you want, you can define it here. So basically we are again referring to the subnets. Launch template we are defining, and then here we are saying the minimum size is 1, maximum we need 2 instances running, and desired one is 1. So at the same time it should be 1, referencing to target group, and it is going to go and look for the target group accordingly to it's going to do. So what I'm going to do here, instead of so as we want to see the auto scaling, what I can do here is what I want to do. I simply want to have 2 instead of minimum 1. Okay, so we can have it. At last we have output. The CloudFormation, once done, it's going to give us a URL where we will have our application running. So now I'm going to save this file. All right, and I'm going to check it again, go back there and see everything looks good. We have our application saved correctly. Now for this file, we need our VPC. So I go back here and search for VPC. And in VPC, we need to get our default VPC. In case you want to have a custom VPC, you can configure it, but I go to VPCs. This is the VPC ID, so we can copy this. And then if I click here, you will see the subnets. So subnet IDs are given here. So we need to pass these ID while we run the command. Okay, so you know where it is exactly. So what do we do? Go back to the command line here, ni to ls. So we are in the same directory. We are set to go now. I paste the command that I created. So here basically what we are doing, we have the AWS CloudFormation create stack. The create stack name is again Laravel test app. We're using the template body. Template is Laravel simple.yaml, the same file that we defined. Now we are passing parameters. So the first parameter is the key pair test-react, then VPC ID that I showed you, and as well as the subnets IDs I passed here. And these are expected in the file as a parameter. That's why we are passing it like this. So what I do, I hit enter. Let's see if we get the error or it works. So let's hit it. Now it says stack ID So it's started the processing. Now let's go back here and I look for CloudFormation. Let's go there. And it's in progress, so we need to wait. Now to check in on the command line, what I do, I can copy the command and paste here. This is the command to check the status. Hit it. Create in progress. We need to wait. So let's see how long it takes. So we go back here, you can refresh. Or the other thing is you click here, you can see the events and the things are happening. It's mentioned here. The stack creation is completed. So here, if we see, basically when you go into CloudFormation, here basically click stacks. We have stack, click on the stack, you get on the right all these. So stack ID, description, and here is the event. Click there. Here are events. You can check all the events, resources, and you can see here we have the application load balancer created. We have the ALB listener. What auto-scaling group is created, what role is created. If you need to edit any of these roles or anything, or you can come here, you can see, click any of these in. But as you're using it, using CloudFormation, next time you build role, it's better to do it in the file straight away, not here. But you can see and view the things here. So the target group is given also. Now on top we have output. When we go in output, you get the URL. So if I go here on this URL, you can see that our Laravel application is loaded and it's working on our Laravel ALB. Okay. Now what do we want to do basically at this, I'm just going to cross it. So if I go back to the EC2 there, let's see. So we have here 2 instances running. So as we just described, a 2 T3 micro. So this is the 1.2 created by it. And if I go anything you need to check, you can check here for security group or anything that it created. You can view it here as well. And go back there. Stacks, click, and resources. And this is the one that it created. Okay, so far so good. Our application is working. Now you have 2 EC2 instance workings, and you have a load balancer. So if something goes wrong, it is going to work accordingly. So if I go here and search for the, let's do that. We also want to check for load balancers. So we have Laravel ALB created. Click on that and you can check all the required things, what exactly is happening here. So we have port 80 we are having access to, and here you can monitor as well. Now you can also check the auto scaling group. You can make adjustments if in case you need to. So here we have desired to scaling here. You can edit it and make it accordingly. So if you make it and apply changes, and it's just gonna do accordingly, and it's gonna reduce or increase the number of instances required. Okay, we will see the further, because currently we're just launching the Laravel application at its own. Now we will be working further with so that Laravel application can communicate with other services in AWS in coming videos. So hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.